when you say Karl has to be more active, clearly he's the focal point of their game plan. How does he do that?
Well, you run the floor, you kick the ball out, repost, keep moving around, search it out, get to the offensive board. You got to sprint around. That's that's what. And you learn, when teams are double teaming you, that's what you have to do. You have to make the right play. And so you have to also get to positions in which where it's difficult for them to double team. And so transition's a big part of that, but you got to run the floor.
I got to be better on both sides of the basketball. And, at the end of the day, I trust my teammates full-heartedly when they get the ball that they could go out there and score every single time. And when you're playing with such talented players, sometimes the game plan is that. So I got to be better all around if I want to help my teammates out as much as possible.
Shaq, I want to know what you think about that, because here his first playoff game now for Karl Anthony Towns, and obviously some work to do, and he says he's going to go to school on this and get better. So what would you say to Karl Anthony Towns?
Tibbs made some good points. Yes, he has to run the floor because, when you come down and the offense is stagnant and you get the ball in the block and everybody knows what you're going to do, the double team can come easy. So when you get double and triple team, you want to get easy baskets for yourself so you can get to the game. What I would tell him to do, run to the middle of the floor every time and just stand in there until the refs calls 3 seconds 2 times in a row. Not only will you get yourself in the game, defense starts to panic, they'll start to double and triple a couple times early, then you can kick it out to your shooters. And, again, I know he's young, but he's the man on the team. He still needs to demand the ball. When they switch and the little guy, plays him, all the guards tell him to clear out. No, you don't move. You say, no, give me the ball, throw me the ball, so he could, score or create for other players.
Big man advice from Shaquille O'Neal. Yes.
I played with a great big man as well. I would have had to fight him if he only got 9 shots in game 1 of a series. I would have came into the locker room ready to twist the cup.
Yeah.
But and Shaq, I've seen you say the big dog, and I mean in this regard, I do agree with what Tibbs is saying about running the floor. I do think about reposting, but the only thing about that, when you repost, it has to be a mental thought process of the guard, that he's reposting and I'm getting it back to him. So it's not a conversation with Karl Anthony. It's a conversation with Derrick Rose or Butler
Teague.
or Teague saying he's going to repost and get him the ball again, because otherwise he just reposts and it doesn't matter.
Right.
I'm still not looking for you. So, yes, as a point guard, let me take this back. I wouldn't have had to fight Akeem because I would have went in probably upset at him if he only allowed himself to get 9 shots or he didn't scream at me for the basketball. I would have been like, what's wrong with you tonight? I would have probably been angry at him more than him at me probably.
You have to, from a basketball standpoint, you have to say to yourself, well, if you're Jeff Teague or anybody else who's playing the point, oh, they're switching, so he's going to have Chris Paul or James Harden on Big Cat down low. I'm saying that to myself, oh, that's an easy play. The ball's going to come back to me. I'm going to get a wide open shot, or I'm going to have somebody running at me full speed. You have to use your basketball IQ at some point, Ernie. It's not always on the coaches. You have to be like, oh, you know what? I see what they're doing. You have to make.
And screaming at your teammate doesn't mean you're demeaning him. Like
get in the post.
Right.
Get in the post. You got an advantage.
It doesn't mean you're demeaning him. It means you see something that he might need to be woken up or awakened to see. And that's all it is.
But if you're the first option, you always have to be used as the first option.
Yeah, but the problem is they never use him as the first option, Shaq.
Well, you're the best player on the team.
He is the best player on the team, but they don't act like that.